Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi Rachel Zerin here with a thought for Shabbat. This week, not only do we read Parashat Vayakhel, we also celebrate what we call Shabbat HaChodesh, that final Shabbat before we begin the month of Nisan, in which Passover falls. To mark Shabbat HaChodesh, we read a special Maftir Aliyah, in which Moses describes to the people what the first Passover will be like. There's something that always strikes me about this reading. We often think of this first Passover as a very rushed and hurried affair. I grew up hearing stories of how we eat matzah because the Israelites didn't have time to let their bread rise. They were so much in a rush to get out of Egypt and be free. And while much of that may be true, we hear a very different perspective in this week's Torah reading. We read in this week's Maftir of Moses telling the Israelites at the very beginning of the month what they are to do to prepare for that moment of liberation. That in 10 days they are to take a lamb to prepare it for that Passover night, which will take place 4 days after that. 2 weeks of preparation, knowing that that moment of liberation is about to come. There's a valuable lesson in this for all of us. Yes, moments of liberation can catch us by surprise, but they are also something that need preparation. Liberation is not something that happens overnight. Freedom is not something that takes place in an instant. It needs preparation, it needs investment, it needs our involvement to be able to become a free people. And so as we are all consumed with our physical preparations for the holiday of Passover, let this Shabbat HaChodesh also be a reminder to us of the internal preparations that are needed in order to truly celebrate our liberation and our freedom. And may this be a Zman Chirutenu, the season of our freedom for us all. Shabbat Shalom.